today is a call to be compassionate to our fellow humans. What do you do? Or maybe I should ask, how do you react when someone cheats you or lies to you? Could I say that you would be extremely angry and you would want to get that person back for what he or she has done to you? That person will pay for what he or she has done. In the reading from Genesis, we hear that Jacob was terrified of his brother Esau, from whom he had stolen his birthright. Even though Jacob had been away for 20 years, working for his uncle Laban, so that he could marry Laban's daughter Rachel, he was still very frightened of his brother Esau, and with very good reason. So now Jacob sends his wives and children and all that he owns across the river, but he stays behind. And during the night a man wrestles with him until daybreak. When the man realizes that he could not overpower Jacob, he struck Jacob on the hip and dislocated the joint. He then asked Jacob to let him go, as it was daybreak. Jacob, true to form, says, "I won't, unless you bless me." Remember, Jacob had tricked his father Isaac into giving him the blessing that should have gone to Esau. Now he is saying that he will only let this man go if this man will bless him. Jacob thrives on blessings. Maybe we all do. We all love to be blessed. But something has changed in him. The serial deceiver has now become Israel, the one who struggles with God and overcomes. If anything, Jacob was persistent, and God encourages persistence in all areas of our lives, including our spiritual life. Where are we in our spiritual lives? Do we need more persistence? Strong character develops as we struggle through tough conditions. After being blessed by the man disappears. Jacob then names the place Peniel, because he saw God face to face, and yet his life was spared. How many of us have had an encounter with God? I have told you before how the Lord spoke to me when I was moaning about being held back from the ministry, and how the Lord told me to stop being so impatient. I stopped, and the rest is history. You see, we are all sinners, and we all fall short of the glory of God. God in his abundance, compassion and mercy forgives us. God told Jacob in a dream to go back to his home, to the land of his fathers, and that God would be with him, even although God had told him that he, God, would be with him. He was still terrified of his brother Esau. Do we doubt God when he says that he will be with us? Now, I've had a case a couple of times where people have let me down with debts that I have ended up paying, with people stealing from me, and I'm talking about large amounts of money, which landed me in trouble. I could be bitter about it, and I could wish all kinds of bad things on them. But God has shown me that by holding on to bitterness and anger only hurts me. It poisons my system. You see, I believe that Jesus forgave everything and everyone on the cross. He suffered tremendous pain and suffering for us. He forgave us so much, and yet we find it so hard to forgive those that have wronged us, and in minor ways compared to what Jesus had to endure. I have chosen to forgive those people that I have come face to face with, and I have come face to face with them since. And I've spoken to them, and I've found out how life is treating them. I never mentioned what they had done to me. That is past tense. I actually feel sorry for them. The one couple are going through hard times, and the other has a gambling addiction. as to which he does not admit. Now I must decide. Do I mean what I am praying when I pray to the Lord, pray the Lord's Prayer? I am saying, forgive me my trespasses as I forgive those who trespass against me. I cannot expect to even ask God to forgive me if I can't forgive others.